Chief Blue and Chief Sullivan are here with us, and we just want to take this opportunity on behalf of the entire town council and the town to say thank you for all that you and your teams did for this extraordinary service during 2 very, very challenging weeks, and more. I know it's more, but these last few weeks. Chapel Hill values and supports people's right to protest peacefully, and we want people to express themselves. And our police department, all our other public safety, and our public works, and everybody has to get involved under the leadership of our team, headed by 2 of these folks. We work closely with UNC police to pre-plan. It takes a lot of pre-planning and provide the support when events happen on campus. And we like to remind people that we're in charge of events that happen in our community, but once we cross onto campus, it is the UNC campus, and we work in partnership. Just like if things happen in Carborough, we work with them, neighbors, the Durham. We have a lot of neighbors when we work in partnership with so many out there. And sometimes we have to pull in folks from further away to help us with all this, especially during these last 2 weeks. It's a tremendous effort by everyone, and we're so grateful that no one was hurt during all these very intense rallies and events, that you kept people safe. And so I'd like to invite Chief Blue to come up and tell us a few words.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Thanks very much for the opportunity to share a few words. And as you noted, Chief Sullivan is here with me. He and his staff, as well as Vince Harris, our Emergency Management Coordinator, have played key roles in helping the town team prepare the last few weeks, and really for much longer than that, but particularly the last few weeks. We're really just getting to the point this week where we can slow down, take a breath, and start thinking about how we unpack the lessons learned of the last few weeks. So I really won't have much information to offer tonight. But I do look forward to bringing information back to you. What I can say, and as the mayor noted, how thankful I am that no one has been seriously hurt over the last year as demonstrations over Silent Sam have ramped up in their intensity pretty significantly. We're very lucky as a community to be able to say that. And that is due in no small part to careful planning, as the mayor noted, that's been undertaken by both the town's team and the university's team, and in close coordination, but they are distinctly separate for reasons that you noted. Those plans address a number of potential concerns. Chief among those is the potential use of firearms or vehicles as a weapon, things we've seen in other communities. Those are threats that have public safety leaders understandably concerned all across the world right now. And I am pleased to say that for the events of the last few weeks, we've had strong plans in place to address both of those potential outcomes, as well as the usual contingencies that are in place when we have large-scale events, like plans for crowd surges or large-scale disturbances where 2 opposing groups might meet. Mass casualties in an event that could ensue from any of those events, shots fired or the presence of a hazardous device, and the potential subsequent need for decontamination. All of those things go into the plans that we put in place for these large-scale events, and that in this community we sometimes take for granted. The events of the last 2 weeks have had a significant impact on local resources. The police department alone's called back 50 officers at a minimum 3 different times, and as luck would have it, it was the same shift, the same 2 shifts that got called back each time. That has a significant impact on staff, and of course that is their job, but it's not a sustainable proposition. The fire department, public works, emergency management, as I mentioned earlier, all responded and were on duty to support UNC as needed or to support Chapel Hill for the events that happen on Franklin Street. And of course, we do rely on our area police and fire departments to support us when our staff has worked in special events. As I mentioned, events of the last few weeks do have us concerned about our ability to sustain that kind of effort into the semester. It's a legitimate concern, and it's going to be a key topic of our after-action conversations in the coming weeks. I will say, as the mayor noted in her comments, I too have received many calls and texts from appreciative community members the last few weeks who have expressed their thanks for the remarkable professionalism and poise from all of the town team. And in a time and a circumstance when law enforcement in particular is uniquely challenged. I'm really proud of what that team has accomplished. And as I mentioned, we're just beginning the process of debriefing events. We'll do so in close coordination with our partners at UNC. We know there are many questions about questions about the events, about decisions that were made, costs incurred by the town, and how we see the future of such events, a key element. We have those questions too. And we'll work to answer those in the coming weeks. And we look forward to hearing from community members. As the manager noted and as the mayor noted, that's what makes this community go, is community feedback. And we're interested in hearing their concerns. I suspect we'll hear some feedback tonight. I look forward to hearing that. We also know that a safe community is everybody's responsibility, not just the police department. So we need that feedback and that input. It always informs how we do business. And I think we've demonstrated that time and time again. Interested persons may call or email, and they can direct that to me if they want. They can also reach out to the Community Policing Advisory Committee. All of their emails are available on our website. And their first meeting after the summer break is next Tuesday at 7:30, currently scheduled for the police department. We may change venues, and if we do that, we'll put that on the website too, so folks will know that. And of course, those meetings are open to the public. In closing, I will just say, as has already been noted, these have been a tough few weeks for all of us. I'm confident upon completion of our reviews, however, and bolstered by public input, we'll come out of these recent events better prepared for next time, better able to understand community interest and concerns, and I do look forward to bringing that information back to you very soon.